so that I have not clustered the SQL Server instance. I'm using a standalone instance to do this activity. So now let's see what do we have in store to achieve this activity. We need to go to SQL Server Configuration Manager. Let me jump on to my node 1 from where I'll do this activity. I'm just opening my SQL Server Configuration Manager. So on my SQL Server Configuration Manager, this is the service. I have a default instance, and my default instance is running, and I'm opening the properties. Normally we used to see this log on service advanced and file stream with SQL Server 2008, but now you can see the startup parameter itself is placed as a separate property, and always on high availability there is a separate property tab that is available with 2012. This is the key input that gives us this facility. So when we go here, you have to manually map your instance to the failover cluster. Now, so my cluster is KLUSCER cluster, so it is getting me mapped, and we have to check this checkbox, enable always on availability groups in this instance. This is the only additional thing that we have to perform here. On achieving this, I'm now taking you through my SQL Server Management Studio. This fellow might take a few minutes to open. Oh my God, he's very fast. Okay, so now I come here to my SQL Server Management Studio. My node 1, I'm connecting to my node 1. I'm also going to show you that I'm not in a clustered instance by connecting to node 2. I'm going to connect to node 2. So 2 individual standalone instances which are running on Windows failover cluster setup. So my node 1 and node 2, both the locations, we have this SQL Server instances. Now how are we going to achieve this always on? To do that, I'm going to create a database, and on that database I'm going to perform this always on. So let's start the activity. So let me go here to create a database. So let's create a database. I think my font is too small. Font. Okay. Create database. We call this as workshop. I'm going to stop this, meaning which I'm going to use only the default file location, default size and things. So let me finish this. Create database workshop. It's created. I can walk you through my database as well. Oh, I have created this on node 2. Let me not have it. My primary is going to be node 1, so let me drop that. I'm just closing this. I don't want to do this activity in node 2. I want to do it in node 1. You can see here the default initial size is 5 MB in SQL Server 2012, and the default file location is also mapped only to C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL Server data folder. It is not the storage. It is on the local machine. So let me click OK to create this database. Now my database is available. On the other hand, on my node 2, no user-defined databases are there. It's only on my primary one. You can have multiple databases which can be mapped, but for simplicity, I'm using only one database. If you want, we can create objects inside this database. Let's do it as well. Let me create a table here. I'm just going to create a table to show you that when we do this always on, all these data gets shipped there. So I'm just going to call this as the registration for this seminar. There is a registration number, and that's a participant's name. Okay, so email ID. it.